Hey, what's up, homies? Welcome to another episode of the Homeys Real Estate Podcast. This is your host, Anthony.
I'm Angel.
I'm a realtor.
I'm a lender.
And hopefully together, we can give you a pretty good idea of what's happening in this crazy real estate market. It's the beginning of the month. Angel, what time is it?
It is time for the market update.
Yep, we're going to go over Orange County. We just finished Los Angeles County. Orange County isn't necessarily the same. I was expecting Orange County real estate markets to be very similar to Los Angeles, but it isn't. And I'll explain why. In Orange County, prices dropped $1,500, the median sales price, which is good news. We're finally seeing prices dropped. But in Los Angeles County, they dropped about $10,000. So the real estate market is still competitive. It's more competitive in Orange County than it is in Los Angeles County. And I'm going to just quickly go over rocket round, just break down this for you, and then me and Angel will dissect the numbers for you. So in June of 2021, the median sales price was about $905,000. In July 2021, that's $903,500. So it decreased about $1,500. The number of active listings, it did increase. We have about 800 more active listings. This is really good news, right? The more listings, typically the less competitive it is. Inventory month supply increased from 1.1 months to 1.5 months. Remember, inventory month supply is if there was no more homes listed in Orange County, it would take 1.5 months currently for the active inventory to be sold. In a balanced market, we're talking 5 to 6 months. So we're in an extreme seller's market, but hey, we're trending in the right direction. It's actually a pretty big increase from 1.1 to 1.5. Now, price per square foot is also a very strong indicator of price, right? Because if you see prices dropping, but price per square foot is increasing, then that doesn't necessarily mean that prices are increasing or decreasing, right? They have to both go the same direction for it to be supported. Now, June 2021, the price per square foot was about $515. In July 2021, that's $522. So it did increase. So yes, prices might be plateauing, right? But it isn't necessarily decreasing like it is in Los Angeles County. Now, another thing I want to look at quickly is closed volume. So in June of 2021, we shattered records. We had $8.8 billion in closed volume. That was so much more than any other month. And then we dropped down to $7.5 billion. $7.5 billion is still a lot. It's the most we've ever sold in July by far. It's about 30% more than what we had last July, but it did decrease, right? Typically, what we see in the real estate market is prices tend to increase through summer into early fall. So it is interesting that we did see this trend a little early for Orange County. Angel, now what catches your attention about this Orange County real estate update?
I mean, it's really similar to LA County in the sense of, even though it didn't decrease like LA County, it's still plateauing in the hottest month of the year, right? So, same thing how I said with LA. I'm just very interested to see in August, right? Because July and August are the hottest months of the year. So I want to see if it's going to continue to plateau. Very, very interesting though how Anthony said the home price did drop, but price per square feet did go up, right? So that's something to keep in mind, that home prices truly aren't decreasing, right? But yeah, that's just I'm very curious for next month, to be honest with you, just to see which way do the numbers trend. That's what I want to see.
Yeah, that's a great point, Angel. Now, what's interesting about the Orange County median sales price is that in January of 2021, it was $786,000. Now, it's increased quite a bit, right? Because we're talking $903,000. So that's still, about $120,000 roughly of an increase. Now, the majority of that increase happened in a 4-month span. So January 2021, we're at $786,000. By April of 2021, so in 4 months, it increased to $890,000. So it was a $104,000 increase in just 4 months. And then since April, we've been really plateauing. It's only increased $15,000 in the next 3 to 4 months, right? So it's not increasing at that same rate we saw early in the year. That was very explosive growth. So this is good news for Orange County home buyers to see that the market is starting to stabilize, right? We're probably going to see the market continue to stabilize for the rest of the year and start to decrease probably by September going into the winter. I think what's another interesting thing is that active listings did increase. So we're increased about 800 more, but we still have 30% less active listings. We still have a lot less than what we historically have. So we have a real big inventory problem in Orange County. That's why the inventory month supply is so low. We sit at 1.5 months. We're in a balanced market. We're talking about 4 to 5 months, and typically in Orange County, we're talking around 3 months. So we're about half of what we typically would be at. Angel, is there anything that catches your attention in regards to inventory levels in Orange County?
I mean, it was a big as far as the month supply. Even though it didn't seem like that much of a jump, I did notice that that was pretty much the highest it's been since I think January of this year, right? So it was the lowest it's been last month to being about the same level as January, which was the highest time this year. So big jump in month supply. So hopefully it continues to trend that way. That'll be a great great thing for you buyers out there. The more month supply, the easier competition is.
Yeah, absolutely, Angel. So do you have any projections for what the real estate market is going to look like next month and the rest of the year, Angel?
So same thing I said with the LA County podcast. I think that the very interested to see how August does. Right, I think August is going to be in the same area of plateauing, staying about the same range as far as purchase price. Every statistic here in the same area, right? And then I think once September, October, November, and December come around, the holiday season. Kids are going back to school in August, September. So a lot of people are going to calm down, not going to really want to be purchasing or even selling their homes. So I expect the market to calm down, calm down during those months as it historically does.
Yeah, Angel, you absolutely nailed it. I'm looking at the history of median sales price in Orange County, and it starts to decrease by August. So I'd be very surprised if it increases. I think that we're probably going to see a small decrease again, maybe like $5,000 or so. And then just slowly plateau or decrease through the winter. And then once January, February roll around, that's when we're going to start seeing prices increasing again. So that's the trend we've seen historically. I'm going to go with history. I'm a big fan of history. Tends to repeat itself, especially with seasonality in real estate. So I think prices are going to drop slowly. And I think that we're going to see a small bump in inventory levels. But by no means do I think we're going to have normal levels of inventory levels by Orange County standard means, right? So when I say Orange County standard means, I'm saying inventory month supply will be at 2.2 or more months. I don't think we're going to be at that level in the next 6 months or so. I think it's going to take a lot more time for us to dig ourselves out of that inventory hole that we put ourselves in last year. So that's my projection. I think prices are going to slowly drop, but we're not going to have that much inventory, and it's still going to be a very competitive market for the remainder of the year.
Definitely.
Yeah. So, Angel, I want to go over some mortgage news for those people that haven't been able to catch the LA County podcast. So what's some mortgage news that you have for us?
Let me pull it up.
So interest rates, mortgage applications, are they increasing, decreasing?
Yeah. So first and foremost, how I said in the LA County podcast, just because at least in Orange County, numbers are plateauing. Looks like there's more inventory. Usually when the market, home prices are decreasing or staying about the same, has to have an effect with the interest rates, right? But the actual fact is that rates are extremely good right now, right? It's as best, I think February, March, we haven't seen these rates since February, March of this year. So rates are still extremely good, extremely competitive. We're talking about FHA rates in the mid to low twos. Conventional rates, of course, depending on FICO, down payment, all that stuff. We're talking about the higher 2%. So you can still get a conventional. As of right now, you can get a conventional rate in the twos. So very, very good time for you buyers still as far as interest rates go. As far as mortgage applications have decreased about 3% since February. So with that being said, of course, when the mortgage applications are dropping, it's showing that there's going to be less competition out there for you buyers. So very good sign for you guys. Let's see. Adverse market fee for anybody who's interested in refinancing. There was a pretty much a fee that was applied to every conventional refinance interest rate. That fee has been dropped over the last week, so you no longer have to worry about getting in a way taxed on your interest rate for doing a refinance. Right, rates are extremely good for anyone interested in refinancing. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. Let me see. And I think that's pretty much it. That's a pretty good recap of where all forbearance rates are also down. So that means that's a good sign that, again, we're not going to experience any housing crisis or anything like that. Forbearance rate is down again, and it continues to drop. It's been, I think, dropping like every month this whole year. So very good sign. But yeah, that's pretty much a quick recap as far as what's going on the mortgage news side.
Yeah, absolutely, Angel. Thank you. So just to reiterate, according to the Mortgage Makers Association, the 30-year mortgage rate dropped below 3% for the first time since February. And mortgage application rates did also drop since last week. So all in all, it's a really good time comparably to the last couple months to purchase, right? Because interest rates are dropping. Mortgage applications are dropping, which means less competition. Median sales prices dropping, and active inventory is up. So there's really 4 things that are in your direction that are supporting purchasing a home pretty soon, as opposed to what it was the last couple of months. So I hope, homies, this gives you a pretty good idea of what's happening in this real estate market. Angel, where can these homies find you at?
At Your Mortgage Angel on Instagram.
At Your Mortgage Angel on Instagram. You know where to find us, at the Lavanos Group. If you haven't already, please subscribe to our YouTube channel and watch the podcast there. We're going to put all the charts there. Personally, I'm a visual guy, so I like to see the charts. It helps me understand the market a little bit better. And with that said, homies, I want to wish you all the best. Take care and stay safe.
Thank you, guys.
Hey, homies, it's Anthony. This podcast contains my opinions and is for educational purposes only. It does not guarantee any projections and should not serve as a basis for any purchase or sale in real estate.